Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing? This is, of course, I am Goddess Raven, and this is the Goddess Raven Show. Now, let's get all up into this with this Marilyn Manson situation. So, an artist who says she dated Marilyn Manson for 6 months between 2015 and 2016 says he drove her to attempt suicide after tying her up, depriving her of sleep, and plying her with drugs during their relationship, which began when she was 22 years old and he was 46. Oh my God. The woman gives her name only as Gabriella on social media. She's among the 8 women who have now alleged abuse against Manson since, Evan Rachel Wood, his former fiance, posted a statement on Instagram on Monday accusing him of horrific abuse for years. Maryland issued a blanket denial on Monday night, calling the allegations distortions of reality and insisting all of his relationships had been consensual. He said, obviously, my life and my art have long been magnets for controversy, but these recent claims about me are horrible distortions of reality. My intimate relationships have always been entirely consensual with like minded partners, regardless of how and why. Others are now choosing to misrepresent the past. That is the truth. He has been dropped by his record label, Noman Vista Records, talent agency CAA, and he has been edited out of American Gods. Okay, because he was supposed to be allegedly playing a berserker, and he had a band in American Gods where he was helping he was helping one of the old gods, retain his power. Now y'all done took out Orlando, the guy Orlando, who was playing Mr. Ansi. You done took him out. And you don't put this man you don't put this character in who is being accused allegedly of all this abuse. Wow. American Gods, you are got pie on your face with this one. And Creep Show, 2 shows he was taking part in. There are now also questions around how the allegations came to surface. California State Senator Susan Rubio wrote to the FBI and the Justice Department demanding an investigation into Manson on January 21st, a week before the claims became public. Gabriella posted her allegations on Instagram at around the same time as Wood on Monday. She shared photographs of herself with Manson and text she says he sent her to add vitality to her story. Ooh, child. In the message, it shows, I adore you and I will miss you every moment we are apart. Don't forget the boat of fragile mind, and don't forget our plans to Mickey and Mallory. Whoa. Weren't they natural born, weren't they killers? Mickey and Mallory is killers from the natural born killers. They had with Juliette Lewis, Robert Downey Jr., and Woody Harrelson. Weird. Just weird. So there's another statement she made. I met Brian Warner, known as Marilyn Manson, backstage in October 2015. I was 22 and he was 46. The first thing that he ever said to me was that he was going to bite me. What the hell? We talked while the opening band played, and after the show, he invited me on his tour bus. He immediately love bombed me, telling me that he felt like he known me for years, and I felt similarly. He offered me cocaine. He told me to take off all my clothes and take a shower in front of him. Whoa, he is one freaky deaky. He asked for my number as I was getting ready to leave and invited me to a show the following evening. The second time he broke a wine glass in the hotel room and demanded we make a blood pact together. What the hell? He cut both of our hands with the broken glass. Jeez. Her allegations are the most extreme and specific. This sounds like some S&M, BNS, S&M, BDSM kind of or ritual or witchcraft ritual kind of thingy going on. I don't know. This is just too much. Whew. They include her description of trying to kill herself on Christmas Day in 2015 after he had canceled plans with her and how she was hospitalized as a result. She said they met at a show. They dated for 6 months, during which time she alleged he tied her up, forced fed her drugs, deprived her of sleep, and claimed he was a member of the MS-13. Wow, dude. Wow, you don't went real far. She claims that on Christmas Day, he canceled plans with her at last minute, and it left her so devastated she tried to kill her. Yeah, this sounds like some master slave stuff. Like some kind of grooming or something. This is crazy. Whew. I met Brian. Wow. We talked while the opening. Wow. He immediately looked. Wow. This is just too much. Ooh. Whew. She posted photos of the pair together, which showed her before and after. She claims he told her to dye her hair from pink to platinum, and of the text she says he sent her, including one where he told her he loved her. Gabriella said that the second time the pair met in 2015, they made a blood pact. He invited her to go with him on a tour to Europe. She said 2 weeks after they met, she agreed. Whoa, girl, what was you thinking? Like, seriously, what is you thinking, girl? Marilyn Manson's Hell Not Hallelujah tour in 2015 include dates in October in the US when Gabriella said they met. Throughout the month of November 2015, all of the shows were in Europe. I do not have fond memories of this tour, though, as things had gone downhill quickly. Marilyn, in his statement on Monday night, said all this stuff was just consensual. So Gabrielle goes on to allege that he plied her with drugs once so many that she overdosed and woke up to the paramedics shining a light in her eye on Manson's tour bus. One night in London before he played, he would force me to take drugs with him. And this time it was more than my body could handle. I woke up on the tour bus with paramedics shining a flashlight, slapping my face while trying to make me throw up. The paramedics wanted to take me to the hospital, and he refused. The following morning, I woke up in an empty hotel room by myself. I had no memory of leaving the venue, getting on a tour bus, and being carried to the hotel room. I was terrified. He told me that he put me in a separate hotel room called the bad girl room as punishment. Whoa. I was alone in the room for 24 hours. All I had was clothes on my back and my cell phone. He had my wallet, my passport, my luggage in his room, she said. Whew. It is just too much. It is too much. It's too much. Now you got the California State Senator Susan Rubio requested our FBI and Justice Department probe into Marilyn Manson more than a week before his accuser went public. Okay, so you got all this going on, and yep, they got the paper. The paperwork is all dated. Woo, child. Gabrielle goes on to allege various forms of verbal abuse, including him calling her crazy, autistic, and ridiculing her Black relatives. He would go through my phone and ask who I was texting. He would tell me to turn off my DM so that no one could message me. He destroyed my belongings. Many times I locked myself in my room while he was having his episodes. My friend would jokingly ask if I was allowed to leave the house. I watched him rotate through 5 assistants in 6 months span of dating. One disturbing allegation is that Manson deprived her of sleep. Other women have also accused him of playing loud music to stop them from sleeping while they were dating. One situation after I agreed to get matching tattoos, he was forcing drugs in my mouth while I was laying down in his home getting tattooed. Afterwards, I was exhausted and went upstairs to bed. He turned the lights on, started throwing things, yelling at me. He was irate that I had fallen asleep and not watched him get tattooed. It was easier to be controlled if I was sedated and tired. Christmas Day 2015 was when she claimed he canceled their plans last minute. On Christmas Day, he canceled plans with me, and I was devastated. I felt betrayed, humiliated, because I had sacrificed so many parts of myself to please him. Jesus. This is some sadistic ish right here. He is a sado. He sounds like a sado. The genre of reality had finally consumed me, and I tried to kill myself. I was 5150 and spent Christmas in the hospital. He would threaten me by saying that I should be scared of him. He would often brag about connections to gangs. Eventually, she said she ended the relationship, but that she was in a state of shock. This relationship left me deteriorated and shattered. I couldn't put in words for the longest time exactly what happened to me. He gaslit me so much, I began to gaslight myself. The other women who have accused Manson of abuse also posted on Instagram. They made less detailed, specific references to sexual, mental, and physical abuse. They are Sarah, a model based in LA, Ashley, Lindsay Morgan, a model who was working in Bangkok when she met Manson, and a photographer, Ashley Walters, who says she went on to work for Manson. On Monday night, 3 additional women made their allegations. There are Tori Lynn, a woman who sells secondhand goods on Etsy, who claims she experienced abuse firsthand. Scarletta, a model who says Manson pursued her in 2011 when she was working as a model in Mexico City. Another woman who gives her name as Brittany. She said that she dated a member of Marilyn Manson. She dated a member of Marilyn Manson from 2011 to 2013, and that she saw in her things which made her label Manson an abuser. A 9th woman, a stylist called Love Bailey, also made allegations against him after claiming to have worked with him on a photo shoot. Wood reposted most of the women allegations on her own social media account, and she shared a letter from the California State Senator Susan Rubio to the California AG, which demands a police investigation. No allegation has been launched, and Manson has never been arrested for any of these women accusations. His current wife, Lindsay, has no comment. Rose McGowan, one of his former girlfriends, said in a statement that while he was never abusive to her, she stands with the accusers on Monday. Girl, bye. If he ain't abused you, what the is you standing with them for? Sit your ass down and go focus on your other projects that you got going on with, girl. And I have nothing wrong. I'm Rose standing with them. Focus on the people in Hollywood that you are fighting, okay? If he didn't do nothing to you, just say he ain't did nothing to you and keep it moving. Let's focus on the actual victims. Rose, leave your 2 cents out. Even Dita Von Teese, who he was married to, has not commented on allegations, nor has she ever made any of her own in the past. Manson has now been dropped by his record label, and he will no longer appear on Starz American God. It's done. And now you have Evan Rachel Woods, Westworld star, 33, was engaged to Manson for 8 months in 2010. The pair went public with their relationship in 2007. She was 20 at the time. She has in the past spoken about being abused and testified before Congress in 2018 about being raped as part of a campaign to change domestic violence laws. She did not name her abuser at the time. In her statement on Monday, she wrote, "The name of my abuser is Brian Warner, also known to the world as Marilyn Manson. He started grooming me when I was a teenager, and the abuse lasted for years. I was brainwashed, manipulated into submission. I am done living in fear of retaliation, slander, or blackmail. I am here to expose this dangerous man and call out the many industries that have enabled him before he ruins any more lives. I stand with many victims who will no longer be silent." Now you even have Jenna Jameson, who's famous, one of the famous, the last of the famous porn stars. She has even now made her made some statements here. So the former porn star Jenna Jameson claimed Marilyn Manson fantasized about burning her alive and liked to bite during sex. So now she is verifying what the other victim has said. An exclusive interview with the adult movie actress divulged the disturbing details about her brief affair in 1997 with the self-styled Antichrist. Jameson, dubbed the queen of porn in her heyday, gave the interview and made some accusations by Manson's ex-girlfriends who have come forward on Monday accusing him of a whole bunch of things. Whoo-wee. He is a lot, to say the least. She added that although Manson didn't do anything to her without her consent, she quickly cut him loose once he expressed his twisted desires. Once he started speaking to me violently, I was like, goodbye, Brian. Also, the bruises from him biting me weren't fun. Oh, hell! He is a sado. He is a sadistic sado. Yeah, he's one of those. Okay. It's geez, this is too much. She said Manson seemed unaffected by the split at the time. He was fine. He moved right on. I'm sure he had a lot of choices at the time. It was during his prime. So the infamous rocker and alleged this is just too much. So now you got her making this stuff, her making her statements, right? And now you got the California senator really investigating this situation. Ooh, child, what y'all think? This is just way too much. Marilyn, it's a wrap. It is a wrap. Y'all comment below and tell me what y'all think about all this situation going down right here. All right. Bye.